Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FearTheHive1155 podcast. I'm Dom, and here's my co-host Jason. How's it going, man?
What's going on, beautiful people?
What is up, y'all? What is up?
Well, you caught me off guard with that one.
I know.
That's different. That's different.
Yo, I told you one of the things I wanted to do this year is definitely add some, funny things to the podcast or whatever, or just level up the podcast. And one of the things I did was I bought a Rode Streamer X, which is like it's like a DAC. It's this thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've got like professional like XLR cables and sound pads and all this other stuff is what you guys are hearing me through right now. So I can, switch up. What is it? Nope, that's the crickets.
Yeah, so just put a lot of stuff into it, just trying to level this thing up a little bit.
The equipment is growing. I love it.
I got the sensor button, so if I gotta really let off some, just
hope your fingers ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. So, and then next thing I got to do is get a camera, a new camera, like a DSLR or something like that. It's got HDMI input, so if I have HDMI out on the camera into my unit here, then of course I get like clearer picture and whatnot. So that's why I've also invested in some lights, like you guys kind of see here.
Okay.
I got it off to the sides. That's kind of what gives that red hue over here. Trying to level up, man.
Okay.
Put some production quality in here.
I like it.
Hey, man.
As you see, I'm doing the same thing too. LED lights.
Absolutely.
White walls.
Yo, at one point I replaced all the lights in the house, light bulbs in the house with like LED bulbs that I can control and like change color.
The Hue system?
The
Philips Hue system?
No, it's like Wise.
Okay. I'm familiar with that one too.
Yeah. And then the sad thing about it is after a while you got to go around and update all your light bulbs, and that got annoying. And so like they're running like on a super old version because they're like Wi-Fi. So yeah.
You have to update each one individually?
You could do it all together if you really wanted to.
Okay.
But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's what I got going on. What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to season 2, episode 2. We've got quite a few things going on today in today's episode. We got, America is icy hot right now. They don't know whether it's actually want to be cold. The fire's out in LA. You got the inauguration's this week, right?
It's actually, I got a funny thing about inauguration. Tell me why it's on MLK Day. Take a moment to sit on that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes
Monday. It is Monday.
Well, luckily I'm off, so yeah.
What's the irony that we're, the winner is being sworn in on MLK Day?
Right. No, for sure. Yeah, that is super weird. Right. It's almost written in the stars. I had a conversation with Jason earlier, but we'll get more into that. We got the question of the day. What is the brokest thing you've done? So we'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit as well. So go ahead and put your thinking caps on. And anybody that's listening on YouTube, or I think I got X right now as well. Yeah. Anybody that's listening to a podcast, please put down in the comment section, what is the brokest thing you've done? I can't wait. I can't wait to read those. Yeah. You got our typical marriage, life, kids, and health. Quite a bit of stuff in there. And of course, soapbox moment, hopefully. And I'm sure this soapbox moment, it definitely goes to Steve, which he should be here shortly. He had a few things with the family to get into. So he told us just
daddy duties.
Right. Sure. Daddy duties. And then, of course, are you entertained? Which one of the movies in here? Oh, no. One of the shows and 2 of the movies in here I actually just watched, so that'd be interesting. So
I'm going to get judgment for that segment.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, I
Oh,
am.
speaking of the devil.
Well.
Yo, man, yo. This whole time shift thing, it's not what's out in the streets, y'all.
Ah, what is going on, man?
You can't even hear me, can you? I know why you
Yeah.
can't hear me. I know why you can't hear me.
We can hear you.
Yeah, but is it good or is it sucky? Because it could be sucky.
For you to be on a phone, it's all right.
Right? Yeah. Anyhow,
Where you at, Bucky's?
ooh, live too. I see the counters going. You should have said that. Should have led with that. Good job. Way to go.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Good job. Way to go.
I mean, we're
Action.
right.
Yeah, nice. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I want to do it like that. Oh no.
Oh, you just have to
no.
move yourself over.
Yeah,
So
there you
I
go.
don't drive like that. I don't drive like that. It's gonna have to be like this.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Yeah, man. We were just introducing everybody and the subject for the day, and we told them that you were gonna be fashionably late, so it's all good, man.
I've never been fashionably late in my life. It's always been unfashionable, just to let you know.
Okay, well,
Completely unfashionable.
Usually I'm the late one.
right,
Hey man, sometimes you gotta switch roles. That's how you keep things fresh, right?
right, for sure.
New year, new me.
Hey, Jason, check this out.
So, Steve, how's your day been?
This man gets new equipment, and now he wants to sound like he's been inhaling helium for the last 3 hours.
I mean, I could always go.
Real deep like this.
How about let's not. I don't have any anointed oil to throw through the internet at you, so let's not. How about let's not.
Yeah. Hey, man, we were just getting ready to get into the first section of the day, the catch up. Oh shoot, we just lost Steve.
You didn't lose me. All right, so here's the thing. I was going to go to the show notes, but then I realized that it don't work that way.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, we were talking about how America's so icy hot right now.
Oh yeah.
Like last week was absolutely crazy because you have the fires out in LA, which is like the only hot spot right now, no pun intended. And then the rest of the US is relatively cold. Like
Frigid.
Yeah. And then what's crazy is you guys do realize we're about to get another one, right?
Yes. Polar vortex.
Yeah.
Have you explained to your children what it is? Because I had to explain to mine what it was.
Nope.
No.
The only thing they ask is, are we getting snow from this? And not like the half of a quarter inch of snow that we got last week.
I told my kids, remember how cold it was when you got on the bus last week? That's going to be the high for 3 days next week. So as cold as it was, as cold as it was when the sun wasn't out, that's how hot it's going to be when the sun is out for 3 days next week. That's what it is.
I'm not telling them nothing. Let them figure it out.
Right. But what's funny is that, after last week, I was like, you know what? These kids just need to go to school. Like, I'm going to call the principal and be like, look, just open the gym at least, and, let them play basketball or something. But they can't be at home.
No.
They can't be at home. I'm sorry.
What's wrong, Dominique? You don't want the babies to be at home?
No, because they've been home more than they've been in school. Where are my taxes going?
Oh, that's right. I forget
That part.
You got kids young enough to bother you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you.
Hey, here's the funny part. The house that I'm at right now, the bedroom's on the first floor. The kids' room on the second floor. So guess who I don't see after I feed them? Nobody.
So same thing applies. However, they're always eating.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Either shut down the kitchen, make a whole lot of food and put it in the refrigerator and tell them, once it's gone, it's gone. Either way, I'm going to my room.
Chain and lock the refrigerator. I thought about
Hey,
that.
man. Hey,
Yo,
Jason. Real talk?
Refrigerators.
Yeah, they do. Look, me and my wife, we tell the kids Friday at like, I don't know, about 7 o'clock. We're clocking out for the night. We're done. Stay alive. No blood. No fire.
Stay alive.
Those are the 3 rules, and if you can do those,
no blood or no flood.
no blood.
Okay.
No, don't do anything that results in blood. Don't do anything that could kill you, and don't do anything with fire.
Okay.
All right.
So
And we know, we know we don't see them until Saturday morning around 11 a.m.
Oh wow.
Hey man, you got to train them.
Must be
Got to
nice.
train them. Got to train them.
Yeah, now mine don't adhere to that, especially the 14-year-old. I can say to I'm blue in the face, and because I've got the ring, door sensor on the pantry, as soon as it opens, somebody's in the pantry.
Wait.
This dude is Big Brother by himself.
Yo, you can't open a refrigerator door.
You the ops, Dominique. You the ops, yo.
No,
you straight up the ops.
You can't sneak and try to wash clothes in my house because I got that hooked up to the Wi-Fi. It tells me when it's done and it's going. Like, you can't do nothing in my house.
Go ahead, Jason. You.
Oh shoot!
What did you just say?
Hey man, I just wanted some ho-hos. I just wanted a Twinkie.
No, so this is how it happens. My kids open the pantry, I get the notification on my phone, and the Alexa says it, and all they hear is like the voice of God, like, put the snacks down, close my pantry.
Yo, so you can talk. That's, you know what? Hey, Jason, one of these days I want to be that rich. I want to have microphones on my refrigerator and my pantry where I can tell my kids remotely to put it down and walk away.
It's even funnier when it's just my wife at home and the pantry, and she opened the pantry door, and I'll call her. I'm like, "What are you doing in the pantry?" Well, how you know? Don't worry about that. Put it back.
Wait a minute. Did you say you have a ring on the pantry door?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
When you hit the doorbell, do the keeper elves come out to take your order?
No, man. It's just the door contact sensor. So it's like when you open the doors, that it would do the chime and whatnot. So what I did was I took that and just took it a step further, and because Alexa has record of all that, I just went in for that specific sensor. Every time it opens, I just have her say the pantry door is open.
I would never.
Hey, Jason,
the ring things on the pantry door.
I've never heard a step further be used so appropriately.
Right. Like, it's hilarious, but still, it's genius.
I'm saying, I just wanted to.
When you arm the system at night, does it also arm that?
No, you can skip that.
Okay, so you have a bypass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you could arm it and it would set off the house.
Mm-hmm.
First night he set that joint up, he forgot to turn off the alarm. They snuck down there, opened that joint up. The police rolled up. Dominique's like, no. Oreos. He went to get some Oreos. Calm down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. Oh. It's like that in my house.
That's
my kids can't flick a digital booger in my house.
It might be a little excessive.
Little's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
I'm with you to a certain extent. That might be a little excessive. The washer and dryer, I'm with you. Yeah. I get a notification as well. The refrigerator, if you leave the door open too long, it'll come through the Smart Things app.
Right.
You have the option of actually locking it, but no need now.
Right.
And that's about it. Like, feel like you have a personal mini drone flying around trying to keep.
Ring has that. It'll actually fly around the house and just check to make sure that everything is copacetic.
Jason, have you ever heard of that? Because I've never heard of that. Apparently, that's on the Ring I Buy a Whole Lot of Stuff newsletter. Like, once you reach a certain Ring level, they tell you about the home individual drones you can have.
He is telling the truth.
Yeah, it was a big thing. You know, he is so surprised.
Babe, they got a ring drone. I can't even get the words out. A ring drone. What?
It was a big thing at CES like 2 years ago.
Are you sick?
I was supposed to go to CES this year. Yeah,
I want to go to CES, man.
For those in the chat, I put it in the chat if you want to throw it up. But,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's crazy.
Wow. There's no price, but wow.
Hey,
You want to know why there's no price? Because you put your credit card down, they just send it to you. You don't even worry about it. You want to know why? Because you don't care about those things.
There's literally no price. That we lost Steve.
he's back.
How
He's
much?
Yeah, so this is what he's talking about, guys. Yeah, this thing will actually just periodically come out of its holster and fly around the house and make sure that there's nobody in your house.
I found the price.
So Dominic. So what you're saying is you set up surveillance for the cops on yourself?
No. No.
Okay.
I said it for
I'm only asking.
No matter where I'm at.
But you know, in Charlotte, cops they don't need a warrant to access your ring information, right?
Right. I don't have anything to hide.
Okay.
So,
hey,
back on topic.
Right.
How is the weather in Houston, like realistically? Because you're like literally in the middle of the cold and the hot. So are you like at that good medium? This porridge is just right?
Yeah. So this past week is the first time it's been cold consistently.
Okay.
And when I say cold, I mean like in between 35 and 45.
Ooh.
Really? Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's about it. Now, that was up until like day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then it rained and then it got back to normal. Like right now, it's it's like 50 degrees or something like that.
At night.
Okay, maybe not 50, maybe 48, but yeah.
I'm at 32. I'm at freezing right now.
Dude, Jason, I stopped wearing shorts the week before Christmas.
Jealous?
So,
definitely jealous.
Yeah, I am a little jealous.
I mean, Don has his hood on right now as he's talking to us.
don't be. In the summer, it's Satan's toenails up in this mug.
Mm.
I was trying to think of what I had the AC on, honestly.
You have the AC on?
No, I'm sorry. The heat.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what I had the heat on. I don't remember. Obviously, it's not high enough.
Here in the lovely Bull City, we've been experiencing all the polar vortex. It is cold.
Hey. You better chill out, woman.
Who was that?
That's my wife.
Oh.
So you about to get beat up?
Yes.
Yeah, she did. So we also have the Amazon thermostats, and I like to put it in eco mode, and she didn't like that.
No, because it's too cold.
But I mean, I can set the threshold for heat and the threshold for AC for when it's supposed to kick on, and I'm cool with whatever it decides because it's saving me money.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Okay. I mean, yeah. But still,
we draw the line at comfort. Now we're either at a 70 or 72. That's it.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I concur.
I am curious. What do I have? I don't know. I'll look it up later.
So you literally have Alexa controlling the whole house.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started, when we first bought this house, I wanted to go a specific route, and it was at the time where Google was still trying to figure some stuff out, where they weren't in everything,
right?
And so you had to pick one. You pick an assistant and you go down that route. And for us, it was Alexa. And honestly, I'm still with it. Everything that I buy is relatively able to connect to Alexa, and I'm cool with that.
Right. I don't blame you.
But yeah, and that's why, when I was telling you when we first started the show, the light bulbs also connect to Alexa. And essentially what I want to get, the level of automation I want to get to is being able to say, let's say if there was ever an intruder in the house, heaven forbid, I want to be able to say, quote unquote, Alexa, let there be light, and all the lights are turned on, outside, inside.
This man think.
Well, you think you're something.
But it's just like I said, it's just one of those things where, as a safety protocol, I want to have certain commands that I can do, and it initiates something.
Right. No, that makes sense. Have you set up the lights for that? I won't say the word because I have Alexa right beside me. But
Jason, sorry for all the the equipment he just set off.
Yes, I have the device right beside me. And have you set up the intruder alert thing?
I did do that, but then what happened was it was free for a while, but then they started charging for it, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Really?
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because if you have Ring and Alexa, what would happen is however many you have in the house, they would turn into glass detections.
Really?
Yeah. So you say, hey, I'm leaving, and it would essentially turn them into, they would all start listening for glass or some other sound that would signal that somebody's trying to enter the house.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was a good feature. They even have protocols in there for when my 4-year-old was a baby, we put him to sleep in his room. They even have an algorithm to understand when a baby's crying as well. So we had one where when he would start crying, it would turn on the light on my wife's side of the bed, and also would say, hey, your baby's crying.
Why her side of the bed?
Because she's the one that got up and got him.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we were just having fun with it. Essentially, it was like, oh, let's see where we could take this. And I mean, the reason why I got the washer and dryer that I do is because every time that the washer dryer would stop, you don't know. So I got one that would tell me when it was done. I'm 2 seconds from getting replacing my dishwasher to do the same thing. I just need one to I just need you to tell me when you're done.
So apparently there is an app that links the dishwashers to that device. I'm not sure how it fully works. My brother-in-law actually put me onto it. We happen to have the same model and dishwasher. And the app that he found hooked up to it.
I mean, is your dishwasher already Wi-Fi enabled?
I have no idea. It came in the house. I have no clue. I mean, there's little QR codes around the edge of the dishwasher. Okay. I just never really thought about scanning one of them. And quite honestly, I forget about it, so I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. So,
but the washer and dryer, they're all Samsung, so they link with all Samsung devices or TVs. Yeah,
and interestingly enough, with the LG TVs, and you set up the LG Think app, whenever the washer and dryer's done, it comes on the TV. It's like, hey, your dryer's done. It's like, oh, that is extremely helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just a small things. I tell people, it's I don't need a lot of big tech or anything. I just need the small things. Just let me know when
it's the little things that make us happy.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't need a lot.
No.
Ooh, this is totally off the show notes, but we talked about it beforehand. But what's You were saying something along the lines of older people and these Bitcoin scams.
Oh, yes. So that is something that we actually have to talk about off there.
Okay.
We definitely have to talk about off there.
Okay. Well, I would definitely say
that's personal real quick.
I'll go ahead and say it. Like my dad, he's I'm not sure if it's a scam or not, but I mean he's in these groups and whatnot that they're definitely talking about it. And you know, part of me is kind of just like, dude, you're squandering my inheritance. Like what are you doing? What are you doing with my money?
You are a grown man.
Hey, that's still my father. Like, you know, like, hey man, chill. If you're trying to figure out how to waste $5,000 or $6,000, I can help you do that. Just call me.
I got bad news for you. That's no longer your inheritance.
Probably.
That's the grandkids' inheritance now.
Probably.
You forfeited that when you had children, sir.
Yo, and that is the crazy thing. It's like, you know, did you ever notice that your parents are slightly different when they raised you?
It is night and day.
Yeah, you're like, wait.
Night and day.
Yeah, you're like, wait, who are you and what have you done with my parents?
Right. The little stuff that we used to get, at least my household, we got disciplined for. Mm-hmm. Almost seemed like murder to us. The grandkids will do it. Oh, that's fine. Just they're kids. Let them be
right. And somehow the grandparents have McDonald's money now, and it's like, time out. Right. I had that extra thick home burger patty that that you made that resembled nothing like a McDonald's patty, and you sent me out with it on 2 pieces of Wonder Bread.
I will have to say this. I can't fully relate to that. My mom cooked food every day. So I was spoiled in that aspect.
No, yeah, mine did too. It was very rare that we got fast food.
Right, yes. And if we did get fast food, it was mostly Chick-fil-A. And that was about it. Which means Chick-fil-A has not been around that long either.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's just funny how things change. It's like, wait, who are you? You are not the same person that raised me. No, I need whoopings. Like,
right.
They
Where is the discipline?
Right.
It's no longer there.
Yeah, they're tripping extra hard.
Where is the random evening meetings, for them to meet God and then come back down to earth?
Yeah, no, exactly. Absolutely.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. We've got Jason back.
Well, I never left, but okay.
I mean, Steve.
Hey, Dominique.
Yes, sir.
You know why your parents got McDonald's money now?
Why?
Because they ain't spend it all on you.
Part of me wants to say that but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. But I mean, I will say, once I got to my teen years, me and my dad, we lived at like Burger King, Popeyes, and Subway, and whatnot, and Anthony's Pizza. Those were pretty good staples in my life. Well, because when you live off base, I mean, when you finally do get on base, you're just there for hours on end. It's like you're not running home to grab something to eat real quick and come back. So you kind of had to survive while you were out.
So you didn't have to take an MRE with you?
No. The funny thing is, I saw an MRE probably like when I was like 11 or 12, but then I never saw one again until I was like an adult.
It's probably that same MRE that was around since you were 11 or 12.
Right,
it's the same one.
It probably was. Yeah. But yo, Steve.
Yeah.
Hey man, what's going on with the inauguration this week? Or this coming week, man?
You want the news or you want to be messy?
Both.
Dirty.
Oh, the news is, of course, the inauguration is happening next week. We'll have MLK Day, and then Trump's going to be inaugurated. It's going to suck. But also, it's been reported that Michelle Obama is like, I'm not going to this inauguration.
I don't blame her.
Matter of fact, she issued a statement saying that she wasn't going to the inauguration.
She's not
I do
obligated
not.
to, is she?
Well, see, here's the thing: there's obligation, and then there's tradition, right? Nobody's, none of the spouses are technically obligated to be there, right?
Right.
But it's been tradition, for the most part, that they be there.
And she knows this makes a statement.
Oh, it yells.
Yeah, she knows. Because I mean, she didn't even go to Jimmy's funeral either.
You say Jimmy like you know the man. Hey man,
Man.
She ain't even go to Jimmy's funeral. Jimmy who? Carter. President Jimmy Carter, who he's talking about.
You know? All right, Steven is home.
Yeah, nah, she didn't go.
Should I switch over to his home Wi-Fi?
Yeah, he's on Wi-Fi now. Look at quality.
There you go. Yeah,
good internet.
Man, my internet reached all the way out to the curb, baby. That's that mesh, the good old AT&T fiber. Yeah, no, she's not. She's not. She's like, I'm not going to go.
I wouldn't either.
So I don't want to be anywhere near that man.
Ha Kiki, and she's like, nah, I ain't doing none of that. But you know, that kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier. Like I called Steve because I was just like, I don't know, I was in a funk, I was in a mood, still am, but you know, I was in a mood. I was like, dude, these last 20 years these last 20 years have been extremely chaotic. Like we've had Obama, Trump, Biden, now Trump, and then depends on who after that. And it's just going to be, you know, for a span of 20 years, we're going to have 5 different presidents. No, wait, 5 different presidents. And it's insane. And I was telling Steve, I was like, yo, how can we be respected as a superpower when every 4 years, and this is kind of where the question came that I put in our text thread. How can we be respected when every 4 years, or within these 20 years, a new administration is being ripped out and installed? Like, how do we get stuff done? Like, that is crazy because, and I mean,
it's called nuclear bombs. That's how. To be bluntly honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just bothered my soul. Like, you know, what do we look like to other countries? You know?
Okay, well, go ahead.
Someone that will bomb you. What are we even talking about at the moment?
Japan's like, hey, believe them. Believe them.
Like, they look stupid, but we never say that. You want to know why? Because they might bomb us.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like I said, just, and I know Jason's about to say something, but I just,
I like I told y'all earlier, I think it's a good idea for the simple fact you want to make sure this person is regulated. I give you 4 years to get your act together, kind of straighten out the mess that's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you do good, hey, you get another 4 years as a reward.
I mean, I get it, but is 4 years actually enough to really? Because I mean, your first 4 years is dealing with the fallout of the previous presidency or whatever policies that they made.
Right.
That's usually what your first 4 years is. Your second 4 years, if you're lucky to handle that well, you'll get another one, and then you can enact whatever it is that you want to do.
Right. And that's the thing. You want those first 4 years of you working out whatever issues you have currently, or whatever problems that you need to work out before you can put in your own stuff that you preach up and down your campaign.
Right.
The people need to see how you handle this. How can you move around with the set rules that are in place now before you change the game up?
Mm-hmm.
Point blank. No, yeah. If you can't do it in 4 years, then hey, we don't need you. Kick rocks.
Yeah, I just think for the stability of America, it should, you know, call me crazy. Call me crazy.
There's no stability in this country.
You're right, but call me crazy. What if, what if the presidential term was switched to, I don't know, 6 years?
Don't like. It's too long.
I'm just saying.
Matter of fact, if the president do 4 years, have the VP do the next 2 years, the last 2. Why not stagger them?
Okay. Now you got to move in like Congress.
Okay.
Exactly. Why not stagger it?
And
there are better ways, to get it done.
True. But I mean, I that's not bad, because now it really says, okay, yeah, it makes your VP pick that much more important. Not necessarily as just in case I kick the bucket. It's this person is going to take over, over the next, over the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
Interesting idea.
Let's look at it. 9 times out of 10, the VP, once the 4 or 8 years have passed, that VP is going to end up running for presidency.
True.
So why not get like a little trial offer and see what they do?
And then like with Biden, he served with Obama, with both terms. So he was 8 years vice president. And then, so this man's been in the White House, at least collectively, 12 years. He's been in there for a minute.
Well, no. Oh, he's yeah, you're right.
So eight with Obama, and then 4 for his own presidential term.
I just realized Uncle Joe's a 1 term.
Yeah.
And they were clowning Trump left and right for being a 1 term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, them came back and became a 2 term.
No. 2 separate terms, not consecutive.
It still counts.
Nope.
Potato.
It still counts. He's still in here for 8 years.
True.
That's the point.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, just like we said, if you handle your first 4 years well, you automatically, not necessarily automatically, but you fight for your second 4. So I mean, your first 4, you're dealing with the previous presidential candidate, but Trump did win his second. So Biden came in, and now he's got to deal with the Biden fallout for his second 4-year term.
And we all know why he didn't win his second. The whole storming of the Capitol issue. Had that not happened, I strongly believe he might have won his re-election.
Who?
Trump.
Wait. I'm sorry. Run that back.
Oh no. Yeah, no. That happened after Biden won anyway.
Yeah.
That is right. That's right. Okay. You're right. I retract my statement now.
Yeah. Run that back. I was like, wait a minute. I was trying to get on my computer. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
But I mean, it is, I still think that incident has been swept under the rug, and I'm just like, I don't think we sweep insurrection under the rug like that.
Swept under the rug.
Like it's just a little, nobody got hurt,
Again, nothing in this country is stable.
Look, except for the people that died, right?
But it wasn't any of the, Congress.
Really?
I'm just saying that's how they're treating it. Hey, there he is.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Almost there. All right. Just so we're all on the same. 6 years, 4 years. I think it's
mic check, Steve.
Mic check. What's wrong?
It's fading in and out. I think you're on the computer mic as to why it's fading.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I think I was getting ready to slice and dice.
Yes.
The 6 years and talk about, how 1 term ain't that bad. Jimmy Carter was 1 term. George W. Bush was 1 term. I mean, it's being president. It's okay. I mean, considering he was in Congress for like 40 years, I think he's done a good job. Good enough job, that is.
True. But I mean, also like what we were saying, what in our conversation earlier was just that traditionally speaking, the presidents weren't necessarily self-serving. Trump is definitely a president that we're like, dude, everything you do has a benefit for you in some way, shape, or form.
We've never had a president that was
never.
No. Wait. No. We've never had a president that was compromised. Right. That therein lies the difference, right? Say what you want to say about every other president, whether Republican or Democrat.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, we never had a president that was financially compromised while he was president. Now, he might have been sexually compromised. He might be intellectually compromised. But not financially compromised. Right?
Dude. True.
And that makes a difference. Also, we never had a felon president. He was there's so many firsts.
Yeah, I've never seen a person run for presidency just to escape a RGO.
Okay, but low-key, that's smart.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And to win?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, he went all in on that plan. He was like, hey, man, this is my only option. I ain't got no more options.
That is one heck of a Hail Mary.
Like, he got the results. It was like, hey, so you can't, right? Because I'm president, right? Like, you don't want us to look bad, do you?
I'm pretty sure he had a few choice words after he won.
Oh yeah, he called up everybody and was like, "You,
right."
Can't give black people nothing.
He was going in.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, no. I mean, he's only got 4 years. He's a lamed up president. He can only screw up so much. We'll feel it 5 years from now, and hopefully, I don't know. I got nothing for it. We do know that he's been talking to Israel under the table, which is why we've got a tentative agreement for a ceasefire, which is great for the people in Palestine, which is great for the Palestinian and I said in Palestine. Yeah, I said in Palestine. You don't like it? I don't care. For the Palestinian people, the Palestinian hostages, the Israeli hostages, the Israeli people, right? It's a good thing. I just wish that he would not have made them wait until after the election to do it, right? So
he has been throwing around major cachet even while not being officially in office yet, too. Like he's really, it's like his press conferences, like what he's gonna do. I'm like, dude, like you really.
Okay. He just be talking.
Yeah,
he's just talking now. It's all subversion, right? It's all to distract you. We're not buying Greenland. You want to know why? It's not for sale, and we're not going to attack Greenland. You want to know why? Because its allies are part of NATO. We're not going to do it, right? We probably are going to rename the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to rename the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, you can do that in your own country, but to everybody else, it's still going to be the Gulf. Like, imagine going to another country, be like, yeah, I was down in the Gulf of America, and they're like, the what? Like, oh, you guys haven't got the updated map yet. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they'll know. It's kind of like that street in your city that changed names, and you like the Brooklyn Bridge. They still call it the Brooklyn Bridge instead of like the George Washington Bridge or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
They still call it that. It'll be both of those, and then a generation will pass, and then it'll be called the new name. That's how that works. Yeah, I mean, he'll probably do that. What I'm afraid of, and what I'm concerned with, right, is his pick for Secretary of Defense. Pete Hedgepeth, I think his name is Hedgepeth.
Yeah,
Hedgepeth, right?
He got saucy with the with the board, didn't he?
Are you talking about with the committee in his committee hearing today? Yeah, but the scariest thing that he said today was that, or that he didn't say, was that he did not commit to disobeying an unlawful order. That's the scariest thing, right? Because no matter who you have as the Secretary of Defense, that guy has to uphold the Constitution and the law. And if he is given an unlawful order, he has to be like, no. He has to have the sense of self and the sense of office and the sense of patriotism to say no. He wouldn't commit to that because he was afraid of the backlash. Well, maybe he was afraid, or maybe he was just, looking to do the things that he wants to do, but he wouldn't commit to that. Prime example. If you've watched West Wing, you've heard this phrase. If you've been in the military, you've heard this phrase. You probably know it better than I do. Posse comitatus, right? It's an act in 1878. The brass tacks of it is the United States military are not allowed to act in law enforcement roles on U.S. soil. They're not allowed to be deployed against U.S. citizens. Now, there are times where they have been deployed as support for the National Guard or for state police, right?
Right.
But that's under the authority of either the National Guard or the state police, and never in front-facing roles with the ability to like the general's
general's not calling the shots
with the public. Like you can't have the army on the ground stopping a riot because they're not police. They're not designed to stop a riot. They're designed to shoot the people that are there. Yeah, they're designed to shoot the people that are there. And so today I listened to probably about 15, 20 minutes of the committee hearing, and he wouldn't commit to that. They asked him point blank, and he was like, we're going to follow the law. Whatever the president says, we're going to do. I reject the premise of this. I don't think the president would ever. That's not what you want to hear. Right.
Yeah. Well, the scary thing about it is Pence last time when, he was ordered to not certify the election, he was like, no, I have to certify the election regardless of whether you like it or not. I think this term, I think Trump has a lot more understanding. So he's arming himself with a bunch more yes men.
Understanding. No. Since he lost the election, right? And we said this before in like our first couple episodes. We talked about Project 2025. We talked about the loyalty list. And since he lost the election, he created a list of people, who were sworn to be loyal to him above all, right? And those are the people that he was going to put in power to serve him, to do his bidding as president. This guy, Headset, is one of them, right? And that's the problem. Say what you want about many Republicans, and yes, they might have racist tendencies, racist leanings, racist policies. Mike's doing heavy lifting, right, at the moment, right? Because I don't want to splash the conservative movement with racism, although it's very easy to, and there's a lot of evidence to do that. However, if I look at Republican presidents going back, many of them, aside from their racist or sexist or patriarchal leanings, had a sense of patriotism, right?
Right.
Like there are these things that I want to happen in America, but I want America to be America. You know what I mean? Like, say what you want about George W. Bush, but for everything he did wrong, he thought he was doing what was right for America.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure.
There's say what you want about Ronald Reagan. What he was doing, he thought he was doing what was best for America. It might have been white America, but still for America.
It was Trump somewhere.
Don't care about white America. Unless you're rich, Trump does not care about you. White America, Black America, Latino America, Asian America. Don't care about none of them. Don't care about none of y'all. Don't care about none of us. So when you say things like, or when he allows ideas like he's going to use the military to round up illegal aliens or undocumented people in this country.
Yeah.
Dude, like you don't understand. People don't understand. Like I try to tell people this all the time, especially here in Texas, where you got a lot of Latino people. Some people are undocumented. Some people are like Americans. They were born here all their life. They are Latino, but they're born here. Like I tell them, keep your documents on you at all times, because if they can't, like if you don't have your document, if there's any sliver of ability for them to deport you, they will.
Right. What kind of life is that to live though? Like,
that's the sad part.
That's to say, yeah,
that's the travesty. It's racist. It's xenophobic. It's a whole lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the baseline of it is, it's not the ideal of what America is supposed to be. right? There's no world, there's no history of America where someone who is considered lawfully as a full citizen should ever have to worry about being deported because they look like they do not have documents.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the law is there, it's supposed to be there to protect against that. Now I understand there are times where things happen and people transgress the law. But the president is not supposed to transgress the law against Americans knowingly using the military. That's not supposed to happen. And if they can do it, and here's the thing, if we allow that without putting up a stink of a fight against people that look like they're from Mexico or South American countries or Caribbean countries or anywhere, clearly they don't do this with people that come from Europe, but that's a whole nother racist story to talk about. But if we don't put up a fight against it, then once they're done with the illegal Latinos, they've established the framework for it to happen, right? And our only hope is that there's only one Donald Trump. That's the hope. So,
yeah, I don't think that there's just one. I mean, because him and his yes man that he's got ready to go.
I'm sorry. Here's to only hoping that there's only one that can get elected.
Sure. Okay. There we go.
Right. Because they're only. I don't think that there are too many more additional powerful witches in America like that. I don't.
That's fair. Speaking of documents, you guys got your real ID?
Yes, I do. I do have my real ID.
The enforcement date is May 7th, 2025. If you don't have it, you got to get it.
Hey, so Dominic, me and my wife have it. My 16-year-old has it. My 12-year-old has it. And in a month, my 8-year-old will have his real ID.
Nice.
We're not playing them games.
You know, I got to get my daughters.
Yeah, Jason, you.
Okay, so I know what the real ID is. Obviously, I have it. Wife has it. You said your 8-year-old?
He's gonna have it, yes.
How you getting an 8-year-old an ID card?
It's just an
yes.
it's just an ID
yeah,
card.
It's a state ID.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Yeah. Honestly,
that young would need a state ID.
Need? No, doesn't necessarily need. But here's the thing. For me, it's twofold, right? We got to get, my wife has to renew her passport, and we have to get one because I don't have one, right? To do it.
He's not international.
I am not international. I have never been out of the country.
Just proves.
Okay? All right, I've never been out of the country. I know. It's not for lack of trying. It's not for even lack of desire. Okay. Unfortunately, there's some of us whose complete lineage is rooted in Americana, and we just don't go nowhere. I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to break that within, my mother, my father, they've had their passports and all that good stuff. My brother has his passport. I just haven't had any, so I'm trying to fix that.
Quick tidbit: if you have had a passport and it is expired, from the date of expiration 5 years after that, you can still use it to renew.
That's good to know.
Except for children.
Yeah,
probably.
Children you have to renew regardless.
But here's the thing: the process of getting the same documents I would have had to have for the passport, real ID, and then having a real ID, from what I understand, helps the process for the passport, right? And for global entry.
Yes,
which I'm going to be getting later on this year too. Yeah,
because
global entry.
Yeah, the flight is big time because yes, you can take your identification, but the real ID is exactly what you need to kind of prove it. It's really weird, but yeah, I went and got it during the pandemic.
Yeah, like you're not picking me up and mistaking me for not being an American. I have a real ID. Yeah. I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna give you my number. You gonna type that in? Can you
imagine how that went? It was like, yeah, hey guys, I know a lot of people have identification cards, but we need a real ID.
Well, no, here's the thing about the real ID. The real ID is the compromise and the standards for having one ID that can be accessed nationally for every state. So the process of getting a real ID is the same in every state, whereas before the real ID, every state had set their own standards for a driver's license. Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
And there was no database to cross-reference these, right? Now, in the beginning, like back in the 90s, I tell my kids all the time, I got my license printed the day before I turned 16 because I turned 16 on a Saturday. So my parents took me down to the DMV and I took the test. I got a 98 on the test, by the way. And I got my license the day before. And I got it because North Carolina set their own standards. And the person at the DMV was like, we can do what we want to do. So they gave me my license the day before I turned 16, right? That wouldn't have been the case if I was in Georgia or Virginia, but it was the case in North Carolina. So to guard against that, to do away with that, you have the real ID, which kind of need anyway, because it's kind of hard to fake a real ID from what I understand. But I'm sure someone will find a way.
You know what's crazy?
No,
speaking
the
of
new licenses, my mom just got hers renewed, and it's completely different to ours. Like there's if you can counterfeit is that the right term?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can counterfeit those new driver's license, North Carolina driver's license,
you serious?
My hat's off to you.
Serious.
Because they got some 3D imaging. Like there seems like there's 4 cars rolled into one. It's intense.
Yeah.
It's very intense. And the reason I was laughing, I'm laughing at you guys saying how much you need a real ID. You don't want to get stopped or misspoken. Gentlemen, what's my last name?
I mean,
yeah. The man had a moment. He was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. What's my last name?
Yeah. That's right.
Martinez. For people that don't know,
yeah. Mixed with this.
Hey, look.
Sir, where's your papers?
I don't want, dude.
I don't say me.
Yo, okay. Can I paint a picture for you real quick?
Hey, what's up?
I've been tracking this since Trump was president the first time of people that had been picked up and have been sent to a country that is not their country of origin.
I've heard about that.
A language they don't speak.
They just send them anywhere
without any money.
No.
It's a free vacation wherever you want to go.
I mean, if you want to call it that.
You just
we Hunger Games
somewhere that they don't know with no money and no way to communicate.
Like they look
like this. Have you ever heard the term rendition?
That's the big word for the night, apparently. Because no.
Okay. When you get picked up by the authorities and they take you to a nation where they can do whatever they need to do with you or to you, and then they let you go in that nation. Okay. The same thought applies. Imagine you walking down the street, right? You leave your wallet. You left your wallet in the coffee shop because you paid and you was talking to some dude about whether LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, and y'all got into it, and you left your wallet at the coffee shop, and then they rolled up on and they rolled up on you, and they put you in that black van, and they took you, and they say your name is Juan Martinez, not Jason Martinez, and you go, no, I'm Jason, but you don't have your wallet, and you can't prove that you are actually a citizen. Right? They can say, okay, you look like you are
that's racist.
The whole thing is they look like you're from they look like you're from Honduras. They put you in the system. Now. You hope that they give you a hearing, right? To prove, right? But if I understand this correctly, the way that they are reducing the number of people seeking asylum, like they ain't even trying to give you no hearing.
True.
They just put you in cuffs, put you in that little suit, put you on the plane and fly you out. You land, you're there, they wave to you, get back on the plane and fly away.
You know, I feel like that's a lot of wasted money.
It is.
You want to talk about wasted money? Texas and Florida for the last 6 years have been busing undocumented immigrants to cities that they have called sanctuary cities. In other words, cities that are run by Democrats.
Right.
to the cost of hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, you heard me right. They've been busing them and flying them.
Is this still in Ohio where they're eating the pets?
No. It's everywhere. Hey man, they dropped some off at Hillary's house. They dropped some off at Diane Feinstein's house. No, I'm not being facetious. I'm like the bus pulled up. They was like, get out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, they dropped some off downtown Chicago in a blizzard.
Oh no.
So it's funny you say blizzard because I was going to ask if they're taking them and bust them all random places of the country. How come? And I'm not condoning this, but how come they haven't taken anybody to Alaska?
Because Alaska's a red state. It's not a sanctuary city or state.
But busing people to and from is slightly cheaper than flying everybody to random countries.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dominique. I forgot the most important part. Charter buses. We ain't talking Greyhound.
It's still cheaper.
It's cheaper than flying, but you know how much? You know what the markup is on a charter bus rented out to the government? It's like 65%.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Whenever the government comes to you as a private owner of anything, you jack the price up, and they don't care because they're just gonna pay it.
Yeah. So it sounds ridiculous, but when you say it costs $75,000 to drive a bus from Texas to Chicago, I mean it's cheaper, but
that's a long haul.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
It is a long haul, but it ain't a $75,000 long haul. I can tell you that right now.
I mean, you gonna make it worth my while.
That's the capitalist in you speaking. I get it. I get it.
Do they need the reclining seats? Are they getting the filet
Pay me
mignon?
my money? Huh? What you say?
What, are they getting the filet mignon? As they're being driven up. I mean, just make
I
sure
don't even know if they feed them, bro.
They probably
And
getting them
the sad part
MREs
is,
from that you saw when you were 12.
here's the crazy part. The crazy part is they'll get an interpreter and tell them that they're taking them to get processed for asylum, put them on a bus, and then drop them off in a different city. That's on record as having happened.
So who is on the bus that's keeping them in check? Let's say
probably one cop.
Somebody
bus not to stop. I mean, there's obviously a lot of them compared to one bus driver.
Yeah, but you are assuming awareness of the situation. Yeah. If someone from the government collects you and your people while you're trying to get to a place where you can apply for asylum, and they tell you they're going to take you to a place so you can apply for asylum and put you on a bus, and you knowing that you're undocumented, how much pushback are you going to give? Not much,
right?
So you're gonna get on the bus and you're gonna go, and then you're gonna wind up on in the middle of Harlem. Like, why are we in front of Bill Clinton's house? Like,
is that weed I smell?
It is, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Weed in Hennessy at Bill Clinton's house. Hey, man. Yo. I went to New York as an adult like 4 years ago, and I was surprised because all of New York just smelled like weed. Everywhere you go, it smelled like weed. I was like, come on, man. I just got this suit. I just got this.
Yeah, man.
But hey, okay. I'm gonna talk about this, something light, and then I gotta talk about how much of a punk Jack Smith is. What is the brokest thing you've ever done?
Oh,
maybe
I plead the fifth.
No. You got to come with something. What's the not illegal, brokest?
Fifth.
So
the most non-illegal brokest thing. Yeah.
So I feel like the most brokest thing that I've ever done was instead of going to the store and buying ranch, I was so lazy one day that I looked in my refrigerator and kind of just hobbled together a ranch sauce.
That's lazy. That's not broke. There's a difference.
Then I don't know.
Would you like me to give you an example?
Sure. Because I don't know.
Okay. Long time ago when Sam was a kid, when I got laid off from Best Buy, I had a Flex spending card. Right? Now, if Flex and HSA are two different. HSA, you put money in, right? Flex, they give you the money all up front and they take money out of your paycheck every month. right?
Okay.
When you get separated from a company, your HSA you keep. You can take it to another company if you want to. You continue to fund it. Your flex, though, you can either use it until it's all up, or at whatever point in time they cut it off, right?
Mhm.
So let's say I got laid off, I don't know, in the middle of March the 13th. That means I got till the 30th to use up the flex, right?
Right.
And I know most people go, "Oh, Steve, I got it. You was broke. I know what you did. You went to the doctor. You went and got all your checkups early and all that good stuff." Man, this was the mid-aughts. You know what I did? I went and bought a whole bunch of medical equipment from Target and returned it for a gift card.
I mean, aside from it sound like fraud, but that's clever. That's
Hey, whoa, fraud, how? I just returned it. I didn't need it. They gave me a gift card. I bought groceries. Leave me alone. That's the bro.
Hey,
that's like top 10.
They gotta go back.
There's
Look.
no judgment here.
That's like top 10. Just like top 10.
That is, that is top
That's
tier
clever.
for sure.
That's clever.
That's top 10.
What
Top 10.
I mean, I have some little ones, but
Little ones are the best ones, Jason.
how long has it been since we were employed with the Blue Box company?
That's your limitation, huh?
15 years. 15 years.
15 years.
Almost 15 years.
Yeah, about 15.
Let's see. I didn't have a phone bill for like 5 years afterwards.
Yo.
So you just kept it playing until they contacted you. You got that phone, that infamous phone call.
You were the one that called me.
We noticed that you don't work any longer, so we're gonna need that number back.
You were the one that called me.
I was the one that called you. Okay, so all right. Look. Okay, so real talk. I was supposed to call you for like 45 days, dude. For like 45, I was gonna ask like, "Hey, you gonna reclaim that number?" Yeah, no, I got it. I'll let you know.
Yo, so remember when the what was it? The demo people used to give us phones for demo purposes? Yeah, that BlackBerry.
The touch.
No, it was like the 9630, I think. It was like the it had the keyboard on it. Mm-hmm. Yo, for like 4 months they didn't shut that thing off.
They ain't shut it off? Brother, I went almost 5 years. And I had the AT&T, I don't even know what it's called. Some Android thing. It was big.
The one that slid open like that, or just the brick one?
Just the brick.
Oh yeah, the 5520. I remember what it was because I bought it for my wife. Oh my God.
And I still have it.
Look, I just remember I bought that for my wife. Retail. When it came. We had just come. I had to drive all the way to Chapel Hill to find a store that had it. And this is before I worked at Best Buy. To buy it retail, I paid like $6.50 for that thing because she had to have it.
What was the manager's name? Mike. Mike doesn't watch any of this, does he?
Who cares?
Nah. He don't watch none of this.
Okay.
He don't watch none of this. Nah.
But yeah, I think I went on vacation one time and I had that BlackBerry on me. I was, what up? Hey, what's going on? What's up, y'all? It was crazy. And then like one day it just stopped working. I was like, oh, they finally caught up with me. Okay, all right, cool. Tossed it and was like, all right, whatever.
They just threw the phone. We don't need it.
And switch out the SIM card.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't thinking.
I didn't know. I was on. Wow. No, I didn't need. I didn't need that.
The Captivia or something like that.
Oh, the ACC Captive. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yes. That and the what was it? The Epic. The Sprint one?
Yeah. Because they were all pretty much the same phone, just different carriers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me see if I can find something.
Yo. So yeah. All right. So So any others? Because like I was talking with my wife last night, and we were reminiscing over the cheap things that we've done, the broke things that we've done. Like prime example. After we got married, this is like in 2006, right? We needed a bed because I slept in a queen size bed before we got married, and I was like, "It's gonna be 2 people in this bed now, so I need more bed." So it's a low key flex. It's just another way of saying I've slept in king size bed since 2005. Anyhow, but so I frequent Goodwills, right, and thrift stores.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thrift store that I found that had pillow top king size mattresses. Didn't ding. They were dirty, but they were still in the package because the guys, when they took it off, they slid it. All right, or at least that's what I told them. Anyhow, I got that mattress for it was $200. That's not the cheap thing that I did. The cheap thing that I did was it was like 10 miles away from my house, right? 10 miles away from our apartment at the time. And I had just enough money to buy the mattress. So you know what I did with the mattress? I roped a king size mattress
to your car,
to a Honda Escort. A Honda Accord, and drove for 12 miles.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Bro, if I had hit 60, I'd have took off.
Yeah, because I see people that be driving on the highway, and that mattress just...
See, unlike other people, what I did was I closed the door and let down the windows. Well, for the front, I closed the door and let down the windows. For the back, I opened the door and I wrapped it in the door. So it was secure. It wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
But it was so tight that you could feel a lift. So if I accelerated too fast, you see the mattress do like this. Yeah. Then at the point it wouldn't go up like this anymore. It hit the cord and it pulled the back up like that there. All bad, bro. All bad.
Steve, I know this is not a competition, but I have a similar one with the mattress.
Talk to me.
I think everybody has one with a mattress.
No, brother, no. We had hit a low. We were one income with kids, and we were at a low, and we were both sleeping on a full size mattress.
Oh,
yeah. I found a king size mattress on Craigslist for free.
Actually, back when Craigslist was the ish.
Craigslist was the ish.
Craigslist, boy.
The only thing was the person needed it picked up that night.
Right.
I looked at my wife and I said, "Let's go." We were driving a minivan. I was so eager to get there in time just to get it because it was free before anybody else does. Mind you, this is just a mattress, no box spring or nothing. I wasn't even thinking that far.
Who's thinking that far? Who's thinking that far?
Right. Get there. The mattress weighs 500 pounds. Easy. Like it's an old mattress. We managed to strong arm it on top of the minivan we were driving. A Dodge Caravan, old Dodge Caravan.
Love that.
She looks at me as how we tying this down. Completely forgot any type of rope or anything. Mind you, we are in the deep of Raleigh and we live in Durham, North Durham.
Good Lord.
For those that don't know, that's at least a good 40 minute ride. And the weather's
you had to take the highway too, didn't you? Oh no.
Luckily, the mattress was it had pull strings where you can grab to lift, like a team lift.
Y'all held it the whole entire way.
As God is my witness, we held it the whole way on the highway until it started raining.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Jesus,
you held the mattress?
One hand holding the mattress, one hand on the wheel.
Whew. You know what?
Yeah, he wins.
No.
He wins.
It gets better. We get halfway to the house, and the floodgates open.
Oh,
no! I don't have any rope.
Did it ruin the mattress?
Oh, the mattress was soaked. that thing was like soaked.
Mm.
And where we were staying, we didn't have a garage or anything. So I pulled up to my parents' house. It's like, hey, can I put this right here just to dry out for a little bit? They look at me like it's crazy because it's like 10 o'clock at night. Threw it up there, went home, came back. Mold already started growing on the thing.
Yeah,
Next day.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
No, my mother, being the clean person that she is, already like emptied 5 gallons of bleach all over it.
Mm-hmm.
She cleaned that thing till it came out looking brand new.
That's nice.
Like you would never have known it went through all of that just to get to that garage.
Makes sense.
That's probably one of the brokest things.
so for us, we was saying kind of money wasn't as okay as it is now. We survived on spaghetti for like 2 weeks. It was the cheapest thing you could make, man.
Dominique, okay.
Ramen noodles or hot dogs.
No, but Mark was like 3.
Listen. When I was in college, the first time, let's start there. The first time.
The first mistake.
I survived a whole summer session. On 47 boxes of Zatarans.
Jesus Christ, yo.
What?
Listen,
the rice?
But he's from New Orleans, so you know.
Listen. Yes, a whole summer session on 47 boxes of Zatarans. You're gonna ask me how I did.
Like a gourmet meal,
bro. I learned. Okay, this is gonna sound real bad. Look, I learned how to eat rice uncooked. It's possible.
I mean, I've eaten noodles uncooked, you know.
You, sir, take the time.
Oh, Jason, hey.
Oh my God. HTC Note. Okay.
HTC Flyer.
Yo. How much dust did you have to blow off of it?
I bought a charger for it. It still works.
No.
It's probably slow as crap.
Oh, absolutely.
It's retro.
It's detro. That's what it is.
But this was my first tablet that I absolutely loved. And my wife looks at it every time we move. She's like, "You getting rid of that?" I'm like, "No.
No, memories."
You need to put it in bubble wrap. It is a relic at the moment. Like in 50 years, it's going to be worth something.
I'm going to try to connect to my wife. I'm going to try to connect to my wife, and my wife is going to be like, "What?"
No, it's not going to explode, yeah. Your ring is going to be like, does not compute. He's going to start talking to you.
Your electronics, no, Alexa's going to come out and say, "What's this peasantry that you bring forth to us?"
Jason, Dominique, are you broke? Are you broke?
Are we?
Why are you trying to connect this phone?
Get it off the network right now.
This almost 3G phone to the network.
Not almost 3G. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh my God. Oh, I got more stories. I got more I'm broke stories. Well, I'll say that for later. I just need to lighten the mood before I start talking junk.
Yeah, what's Jack Smith? Why is he a punk?
Jack Smith is the special prosecutor, the one that was given the task of investigating Trump for election interference.
Right.
He took the job. He started doing the job. He stopped doing the job because the election was happening. He said he didn't want to interfere in the election, which is rich white people talk for this dude might be president. I don't want to jack up my future, so I'm going to stop right now. Right. And so he stopped and Trump won. And so he stopped the investigation. But since then, you know what he's done? Because he stopped the investigation. He's resigning from his post. He's giving his findings to Congress. That's what he has been planning on doing since the election, right? Comes out today with his 150-page report. A part of the statement that he gives in the summary of the report is that we had enough evidence, I believe Trump would have been convicted of election interference. But the reason why we didn't prosecute is because he could have been president. And I said, you know what I wanted to call him? You like, yeah, please. That's exactly. I was like, so what you're telling me is you let this white man who you feel based on the evidence is guilty of election interference not only run again, but get elected again without finishing your investigation because he could have been president.
Let's put it this way.
Like, you got all the evidence that shows. Like I got a podcast, Cafe Insider with Preet Bharara. He was the former prosecutor for the Manhattan DA under Obama. Great guy. He's a law professor at Princeton right now, Princeton at NYU. He's gonna break down the 150 pages and give his reaction to it. Right? I'm paying for this, paying $7 a month just so I can hear this reaction. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But dude, all of this, everything that we thought was happening, actually happened. And you didn't prosecute him because he could have been president when he should not have been eligible to be president.
Had Obama had 1/8 of this?
Don't even start with the what ifs on Obama as president.
Obama had an 1/16 of this.
I haven't had enough food for the day. I can't take that level of anger. I cannot, especially when it comes days after the judge in the hush money case in which he was convicted, deciding not to sentence him.
That's crazy. Had he been anybody else, you'd have sentenced the crap out of him.
The man is CYA.
And the other thing that's frustrating is because he wasn't sentenced in the case where he was convicted, although he wasn't given any court time, he's still a felon until appeal happens and that, but being sentenced means that you have to render your DNA to the state of New York. So if there are any cases that they have that involve his DNA, they're going to find out about it. So it's very possible that there's a rape kit out there
with his DNA
on it, and they find it because they run his DNA in the system, and they yet again will not do anything about it because he's president. That is a soapbox moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am furious, to say the least. Like, come on, it's some. If the rules don't matter, just say the rules don't matter. Don't be out here playing in my face like they matter and they don't matter. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly what it feels like, because it's like you guys are tearing down everything for this man. Completely tearing it down, but then telling us, but you guys still have to follow the rules. It's like, no, we don't.
Either we all following the rules or none of us are following the rules. That's how I feel about it. Like, I got to the point where I can't say that, we lied. But yeah, don't be looking at me to follow rules if it's clear that you don't care about the rules. I'm just doing what I want to do.
Oh yeah, because make no mistake, Black people, we find ways around the rules. We just,
we get the rules, we work within them, we thrive within the rules. That's what we've been doing since they brought us here on the first ships in the 1500s. Yeah. That's just how it is. But if you're gonna ignore the rules, then why? Like, oh man, God, I'm so
just let me know. Just let me know that the gloves are off. Just let me know. We got this.
What do you have in your hand?
Gloves.
Oh,
for no reason.
Yeah. You know what? I had a joke. Thank you, Jason. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Why do you have gloves in your? You know what? There's so many reasons.
Why do you not have gloves in your pocket?
You have them in your pocket? You walk around with gloves in your pocket?
No.
All right. So, which is a good segue into Are You Entertained? Someone's clearly watching Dexter.
How is it? How is the new Dexter?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Oh man, I thought you was for real, yo.
But you know,
curious,
but you know what's interesting that's on here?
what?
That I for some reason I felt like I had to watch over the weekend was Interstellar.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and it's still a great movie. It is still.
I don't care what anybody's like. It is the standard for science fiction movies. Like honestly, to me, yes, it is the standard because the science in it is real.
Well, okay. At the time,
Real fake.
No.
At the time of the filming, he brought in panels of astrophysicists to help not only with the time travel, with the black hole, with the other universe, with the idea that gravity, or not even with the idea, with the truth that gravity is interdimensional, right? With all of that. And so they theorized how this would look like the black hole in Interstellar. That was the first time that it had been shown on screen looking that way, but that's because that's what the panel of astrophysicists at the time believed based on images they got from the Hubble, right?
And Neil deGrasse Tyson recently had a conversation with the astrophysicist that worked on the movie, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. It is a great listen to. The guy came out with a book explaining all the science for the movie.
Yeah, it's meticulously done, and even the way that it's shot, right? You know how they have the time dilation in the way that it's shot. They actually matched up the time in the movie with the time dilations. So like when you're looking at like the time that was lost when they were on that first planet, they matched it up even within the movie. Normally movies, they just match it up within the storytelling, not with the time of the movie. It's dope. Like it's meticulous in that way.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey's character essentially leaves off planet to try to save the world, and he's gone for him. I think
it's
for him, it's like I don't know, like for 3 or 4 years, but for everybody at home, it's like 60 or 70 years.
Yeah, like 60 years off. Yeah, 60, 70 years. Yeah.
Like it's mind blowing. Like somehow he's way younger than his daughter.
But that's the science. That's the science, though.
Yeah, he's way younger than his daughter, but yet but then like the whole big picture thing is he's the one that started everything from the beginning of the movie, and it's just like, wait, you have to watch it like a few times and with a pen and a paper, focusing on one aspect of it, and then when you're done, you have to watch it again for another aspect of it. Like that's just the way it has to be done, because it's like, okay, I get that part now.
Dude, me and Terrell were having this conversation, and we were down this rabbit hole of solar systems and galaxies and universes, and like the new James Webb, giving us the ability to expand what we know as the observable universe, has helped us to understand that there are literally billions of galaxies. There are billions of Milky Ways, which means that there are trillions of planets.
Which is interesting because
wait. Across what we know now as the observable universe, which is 40% larger than what we thought it was when we were looking through the Hubble.
Well, and speaking of the Hubble, a lot of what we know of modern day science was based off the Hubble, which is an extremely outdated satellite to begin with.
Yeah. So like it's
but then here's my question, and here's my soapbox moment. You mean to tell me that I have to keep buying these things, but yet you have a satellite out in space that's being powered over 50, 60 years?
Yeah, solar power.
Not necessarily, because at some point it gets too far to absorb solar power.
No. James Webb it orbits the Earth. It's in the Earth's orbit, right? It's within the Earth's orbit. Earth is what keeps the James Webb where it is.
Well, it's
like,
not
it's
even
very far out there.
But it's not even just James Webb. It's not even the Hubble either. It's some of our probes that we've sent, like the farthest probe that's still sending information back. Granted, it's probably like years old, maybe a decade or a few decades old, because the farther it goes, the longer it takes to transmit. But I mean, this thing's still kicking.
I mean, what?
If it ain't broke, no need to fix it.
What I'm saying is, I need that technology in my remote. And it needs to last for 20 years.
Here's the irony. Here's the irony. You have that technology in your remote, just not in full. Like,
shut up.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you really want to be classes about it, you have it in your car. You just, it's just a car to you, though.
So hold on. You want that technology in your remote, yet your house is fully audible?
This man got a drone in his living room talking about my remote. When we all know you can change. Yeah, I'm like, when we all know you can change your TV channel with your Alexa. Stop it, Dominique.
Oh my God, whatever. Oh, so did you guys watch the new episode of the Special Forces?
Yo, okay.
So, if for people that don't know, Special Forces is a show where you take celebrities and you put them through actual Special Forces training. And honestly, it's not even like to the same level of degree that Special Forces actually goes through. It's probably like 30 to 40% maybe. And you just see them crash and burn, complain about life, talking to each other like, oh, I can't do this, my arm hurts, and blah blah blah. Like, this past episode was pretty good, and they've got Cam Newton, Kyle Pratt, Denise Richards,
Golden Tate.
Who's the Baldwin brother? One of the Baldwin brothers, Stephen Baldwin. And it was impressive because Cam Newton actually jumped from a moving boat onto a helicopter, and he didn't just jump up there like real easily. He had to do like a pull up, like a legit swinging pull up to get up to get into the helicopter.
You just set the context. There was the challenge was there was a boat and a helicopter on the water, and you had to jump from the boat to the helicopter, and you got to pull yourself up and get in the helicopter. Right? It's an extraction. A lot of people didn't make the jump. Some people made the jump and didn't get the pull up. Some people made it in. Like Golden Tate, he jumped. He was like, "Oh, I got this, bam!" But then again, it's Golden Tate. He's a Pro Bowl wide receiver, former Pro Bowl wide receiver, former Super Bowl champion. Cam, when he made the jump, man, he jumped and he grabbed onto the helicopter. The helicopter did this. He said,
"Yeah." Cam weighs so much, like
yo.
That helicopter was like, "Whoa, hey, what's going on here? Time out."
You know the scene in Civil War when Captain America is holding the helicopter? That's what it looked like when Cam landed on that helicopter. Yeah, exactly what it looked like.
And also the helicopter was slightly farther than most other people when they jumped, but when Cam did his, it was like
6'6". When he needed to be farther, it was a cheat code. It could have been 12 feet away. He'd have made the jump.
He was swinging on the freaking landing gear before he actually got up there. Like, most people would have swung and swung off and fell off.
People forget how big Cam Newton is. Have you ever seen Cam Newton in person, like standing next to him?
I can only imagine.
Let me tell you this.
That's a big dude.
I am wide. That man is noticeably wider than I am. Where it counts. From shoulder to shoulder. That man is noticeably wider than I am. Like, I'm a wide dude, but that dude, matter of fact, I saw him in Best Buy. I was in the back, and I saw him come through the front door, and I said, "That's a mountain. Good God." He plays quarterback? I immediately, because I had been critical of the Superman thing, I was like, come on, man, you tripping. And I saw him walking to Best Buy. I was like, no, he's not tripping. He's actually being kind of humble. That's a big Negro.
He's very humble.
Yeah. That is a large human.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, this show is really good. It's really good. It's pretty interesting. And then Jason,
whoa.
Travis Kelce's his girlfriend's on it too.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Dominique. I need it because I needed to. We need to discuss it. We need to talk this out, right? So, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, who everybody in America said was so fine that he should dump Taylor Swift and go back to, well, all the black people, because Taylor Swift is like,
he's not happy.
Yeah, it's like two iron boards pressed against each other. But she's on the show, and here's how you know grass is very rarely greener on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in every photo you can find of her, in every video you can find of her, you go, Jason made a mistake. I'm watching on the Special Forces, and I was going, I see why he did what he did. I understand it. I get it. I get it. Don't be fooled by the catwalk. You got to come off the catwalk sometime.
Catwalk.
Yo, dead up. I'm serious. I'm so sincere. Like, I was looking at it going, I mean, he may not have been that wrong. I get it.
Well, yeah. My only criticism in that situation is the fact that Travis Kelce went from your girl calls me daddy to license and registration, please, sir.
Well, I mean,
that's my only criticism. I'm like, because I mean, he had a fade, like it was, it was cool.
He's adaptable. He's adaptable.
Yeah, but I
also,
mean,
okay. Also, think about this. This is gonna sound really bad. As fine as that woman is, she ain't got no man. You know what that means?
She was the problem.
That there's a level of crazy that supersedes whatever level of fine there might be, and she possessed it.
Wait, have you ever seen the Crazy Hot Matrix?
Yes, I've studied it thoroughly. It's put a new it's illuminated my life, especially in my early 20s.
Yeah, essentially, for people that know, it's a mathematical equation that says for however hot she is, she's equally crazy. And honestly, sometimes it even supersedes that.
And also the addendum to the Crazy Hot scale. No matter how hot you are, even if you're not crazy, there's some man somewhere
sick
tired of her stuff.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's like when I found out that Eric Benet cheated on Hallie, I was like, you know what? That's a sign. That's a sign.
I'm
like,
sure during the show, Camden slid into her DM.
Oh, for sure.
I would. Cam could have any woman he wants. She's already shown that her and a football player don't go well together.
Yeah, but Cam is the next candidate that I would assume would have the sister wife show.
He don't need a show. He got a sister wife life.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I could see that. It'd be whatever. Oh, so okay. You guys have seen The Office, right?
Yes. No.
Oh my God.
I've seen some of it.
You know what? While I'm being judged, clearly, no, I have not seen The Office.
You felt it. You felt it. I did too, but I
definitely heavily.
Nobody.
Looking at this list here, I've never seen The Wire.
I've never seen The Wire either.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
And wait a minute, why are you celebrating such depravity? I don't understand. It's available to you. Do you need an HBO Max?
No, so
the
reason why I haven't watched The Wire is like why I don't watch like Law and Order SVU and some of these other things.
It's not the same. It's not even close to being the same.
But also it is dated. I rarely watch dated things. Rarely.
Likewise.
And the first 3 seasons,
we just talked about watching Interstellar again. Don't tell me you don't watch dated stuff.
Okay, anything that was created before.
I've never seen Interstellar.
Okay, that's fine. We'll move past that.
It fits the profile. It's all good.
But, okay, so like I said,
the profile.
If you guys want to laugh, The Office is it. But you guys have heard of Abbott Elementary, right?
Yeah.
So Abbott Elementary and The Office, they're filmed in the same style.
Yes, they are.
And apparently, they came out with a new one called Going Dutch. And it's essentially about, The Office is about Steve Carell and his Michael Scott.
How many black people are in Going Dutch?
Doesn't matter. Moving on.
No. Ooh, it completely matters. Well, it may not matter to you. I'm at a point in my life where either the show's going to be hella good, like top 3 at the time good, or I'm going to watch experiences that I associate with. Ain't no in between.
And I think I associate myself with the experiences in the show because Going Dutch is about a military commander being shipped off to some remote base or whatever, and it is completely in disarray. And it's just a comedy. And I sympathize with being a military brat in those situations. So I kind of relate with it. But it's also shot like how The Office and Abbott Elementary is.
Yeah.
So I like that comedy. And it's pretty hilarious to me. So that's part of the reason why I watched it. And it was new. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is actually pretty funny.
I'm happy for you. Would you like to know the phrase that I have for those kinds of movies and shows?
What
I've gotten really old, right? And I've changed. I used to watch, if the movie was good, I'd watch it just because it was good. Like I used to watch all the movies that were like nominated for Oscars and Golden Globes. Like I'd watch them throughout the year. Like I just see them because they were good, right? Not anymore. Not even close anymore, right? I can't relate from a African American standpoint, from a brown skin standpoint, or if it isn't the best thing that has come out. Here's the phrase: "That's a white man with white man's problems."
A white man. Okay, that's
fair. And I say that out loud so that my wife or my kids or whoever's there with me knows why I'm not going to watch this. Like if you're gonna be great, be great. Like if you're gonna be great with no black people in your TV show or your movie, then be great. You better be the best that you're gonna be, or you're not gonna get my money. Or you could show me people that look like me that I can relate to within the context of this story that you're telling. And if you're too lazy to do that, I don't think I should be giving you my time or my money, right?
True.
Right. Yes. And don't be dumb with it. Like, yo, you ain't got no white people, you ain't got no black people in it, and you doing dumb stuff. That's white man, white man's problems. That's what I say. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not even sorry. No, that's how I feel. That's what it is. If you want me to watch it as a consumer and spend my money, it better be a good show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Landman, great show. Anyhow, go on.
Oh, did you guys see that? Aaron Pierre, is Aaron Pierre, right?
Aaron Pierre. Mm-hmm.
He's possibly rumored to play. Is it Hal Jordan?
Yeah. I think he would be a good. I think he'd be a popular fit. I think he would bring an audience that would make the Green Lantern movie one that would make a lot of money, right? Because him playing Hal Jordan would be, right now he's hot, right? He had the Netflix movie. He was on Bridgerton. He just played Scar, I think it was. Was it Scar or Mufasa? He played Mufasa, right? So we know him. He's been in a couple of Tyler Perry joints. So he brings with him an audience, right? Kind of like Chadwick did to Black Panther,
right?
And so I think that will help DC in that regard. And so I'd be happy to see it. I mean, he looks the part. The ladies are going to want to see him. You know what I mean? So do it.
And the counterpart to that is, did you see that the reports of people, they're finally starting to recast T'Challa? And it's not necessarily the same T'Challa that we've been watching. It's either going to be his son or a multiversal variant.
Yeah, they should have been on. I'm not saying that they haven't been on. They should have been on that though. Yes. And who are your rumors saying is at the front of the line right now?
Well, so they say John Boyega has turned it down. Damson Idris is up there.
Aldous Hodge is up there too.
Who?
Aldous Hodge.
Yeah, him too. John David Washington. But John David Washington, it's rumored that he may not do it because he's got some other stuff going on. He's got some other movies and whatnot going on. And
he's not the superhero type.
But I think he would play a good T'Challa though.
No, he's a good actor. Would he play a good T'Challa? Yes. My thing with him and like John Boyega, do they have the physique for it at the moment? Because you kind of have to have some like.
Did what's the? I don't remember the Indian dude's name, but he didn't when he was on
True.
The
True.
HBO.
I know you're talking about. Come on.
Yeah, he did. He did not.
Yeah. Yeah, he did not, but he gained it right for that horrible movie. They wasted all that money on that, but yeah, he did, and so it's possible. But I mean,
I think we have some good lineups for it. It's just whether they want to or not, and I hope they do because it's just T'Challa's at this point. It's one of those characters where it's like, granted, you're not playing the T'Challa from the 616 universe, but you got to be at least somewhat decent because this is going to going forward.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a storyline that replaces the Black Panther. then I don't want them to bring me another T'Challa into the storyline that we know and that we follow. I want a different Black Panther, kind of like the comic books did. Comic books actually did it. So why don't you do that? You know what I mean? So there's that.
Aaron Pierre is of Jamaican descent. Just wanted to put that out there.
Nice.
I strongly believe they need to change the direction, like Steve said, and use Winston Duke as Black Panther.
Winston. Oh, M'Baku. Yeah. Well, that's one of the storylines.
Yeah.
That's one of the storylines. Right?
But the issue is now that they're doing this Doom storyline, Doom and Black Panther tussled like quite it. Black Panther is a very big part of that story, so they have to recast him.
Or they risk making the comic book loyalists very upset.
Right.
And you can only do that so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I would like to see a story where M'Baku becomes, but I mean, also at the time, also M'Baku would never take the Black Panther mantle because they have Hanuman, which is the gorilla.
No, he was Black Panther in the comics, wasn't he?
I'd have to look. Probably
he was. I thought that he was. Like I thought that he was full blown Black Panther movie.
But I mean, the one that the M'Baku that we have in the MCU right now would never. He would never actually do it. Like even like honestly, even if they went down the storyline and he beat T'Challa, he never would have taken the suit at least. You said he was, Jason?
According to Google.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. I remember reading that a couple years ago. Like the story there. Okay, first of all, of course, there are lots of different stories, and that's one of the storylines for Black Panther. But I don't see him as he's not going to be tussling with Dr. Doom, right? Because that requires strength, but it also requires a presence of intellect, right? That they have not set him up as. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he's stupid because he's a big, strong guy. Yeah, but they never set him up as being the smartest guy in the room. So you're gonna have to replace it with someone that is considered to be hyper intelligent.
So interestingly enough, I thought that what they were going to do at some point was take Eric Killmonger, a version of him from the multiverse, and bring him to 616 because he's of royal lineage anyway, and allow him to be the Black Panther. And that's
a storyline as well.
Yeah, it is
a storyline as well.
Because I think Eric Killmonger that was portrayed in the first Black Panther and the second Black Panther movie, I think by Michael B. Jordan, that would have been a compelling Black Panther as well.
And I don't think they would have killed him off like they killed him off had it been well known that Chadwick, wasn't going to make the rest of the movies. You know what I mean?
Well, because Chad also kept that very private and secret.
Yeah, as he should have. As he should have. I don't have a problem with any of that with him.
Yeah.
Or for him. You know what I mean? Anyhow. I am watching The Pit. It's the new ER. Oh, that's right. Y'all ain't old enough to remember ER. For those of us that are old enough to remember ER was that joint. It was revolutionary. You remember ER? Which version of ER? You remember the original ER when Clooney was not the man, and then he became the man? Yes. You remember that? No. Yes. Well, then you remember. The Pit is good in that way. It's a little bit more grounded than ER was, but it's pretty darn good.
It used to be a very good show.
Yeah, I think it was like season 5 when Clooney left, and it just
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it even has a few ER alumni in it.
It does. Are any of you guys watching Landman?
Yes. Loudly. Yes.
Landman.
Did you see the finale? See the season finale?
I have not. I haven't watched this week's episode yet.
It's the season finale, and I'm not going to ruin it. I'm just going to say, well, first of all, be prepared. It's not an hour long. It's like an hour and 25 minutes long.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. It's a great ride. Okay. It's a great ride. Right. Again, Billy Bob Thornton. is doing his thug thistle as he always does, and as long as he don't talk about politics or black people, I'm fine with it. No, seriously. Okay, last thing before we wrap this up. I caught some flack earlier in the week because I was completely apathetic to James Woods, whose house burned down in the LA fires. Now, if you know anything about James Woods, you know that he considers himself to be very intelligent. He's smart, but he considers himself highly intelligent. He's also been an avid climate change denier, and he's badmouthed every effort for us to change our culture in a way that acknowledges that what we're doing contributes to the changing of the climate that we're experiencing right now. And so I saw him on the news crying because his house burned down. And I said to myself, shouldn't have been talking shit. In the words of Cat Williams, like this, I don't have any empathy for you. I feel bad that it happened. I don't have any empathy for you. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this is the result of everything that you've been doing, and everything everybody's been trying to tell you is actually true. That you've been calling us stupid because we told you was true.
You know, I wonder what flat earthers think about the weather and how this all works, and
it's all controlled by the government.
Yo, you see Marjorie Taylor Greene asking for the people that control the weather to make it rain in California.
She's an idiot.
Hey, you know she was on trying to be famous. She was on American Idol. They have tape of her on American Idol. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She was.
It is absolutely embarrassing for her.
Really?
It's absolutely embarrassing, dude. You will pull it up. Matter of fact, I don't know if you can put it up here, but I'm trying.
That's in the search too. American Idol,
bro.
Oh, no.
I want to be famous so bad. It's how she was acting the whole time. Can't sing a lick.
MTG, she's an idiot. I'll say it. Whatever.
So, anyhow, thank you guys for starting without me and for getting this thing going. I appreciate it. I do apologize for being on CP time. You know what I mean? And whatnot.
I mean, you are in CP time or CT time.
But yeah,
same thing.
Thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, before you go, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to mark this on your calendar. We're going to be on this station, right, YouTube, and on this radio station, same time every week. So we'll see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube or on Facebook, so you'll know when we come on and when we are live. Make sure to send it to someone that you think might enjoy the conversation, and make sure to chime in so we can get your feedback and know that we're either funny, not funny, or are too rich for your blood. Either way it goes, glad that you're here.
And also, this show was brought to us by the word rendition.
Rendition.
There's a movie called Rendition. Again, white man's problems, but it was a sad story. Really sad.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Later.
See y'all next week.
Peace.